Well met.
May the on Argus Mac Airy was the most sacred of our cities. Would you believe me if I told you that the walkways were lined with precious minerals, that the rivers glittered even in complete darkness? I long for those days. How long has it been? 1,000 years? 10,000?
Did you know mushroom hunting is far more dangerous than mushroom consumption? Mushroom hunters expose themselves to many unknowns, not including potential wildlife dangers. What would life be without a little danger? I am in need of mushrooms for my collection. Scattered throughout these unexplored wilds, you will find 4 different types: an aquatic stinkhorn, a blood mushroom, a ruinous polyspore, and a felcone fungus. They are each unique to various regions in Blood Mist. Bring them to me.
Open.
The others look at this landscape and see only death, corruption, and adversity. None of those things are in short supply. True, but that view ignores the opportunities presented by our environment. I will not stand by and watch these opportunities go ignored, adventurer. With your help, we can demonstrate to the others here at Bloodwatch just how to make use of the environment and its creatures. A good woodsman makes use of every available resource, adventurer. Even the most bizarre creatures possess attributes we can use to our advantage. With Bloodwatch under constant assault from the Sunhawks, we're looking to a variety of natural defenses, including traps. The Lasher's thorny vines are perfectly suited to the construction of the traps I have in mind. The combination of sharp spines and deadly toxin will fell unwary attackers. Bring me the vines of mutated constrictors so that I can begin my work.
May your days be long, and your hardships few.
Sounds fine.
As I'm sure you've seen in your time on Blood Mist Isle, very little remains unchanged by our arrival. My training and experience has taught me that even the products of an environment like this one can be put to use. With so few resources, we must rely on our ingenuity to provide for us. I've been supplementing our stores with meat from the bears that wander this island. With the proper preparation, it can safely be eaten. If you're going to be out in the field, why not help replenish our stocks?
Safe journey.
Chronokai Christor.
What it means to be a Hand of Argus. We are agents of the light. We serve without question. We die without question. The Exodars crash scattered pieces of fouled crystals all over Blood Mist Isle, corrupting the water and the landscape. We've even begun finding pieces of the crystals inside the flesh of animals taken for meat. I've uncovered a way to purify the shard and turn them into functional crystals, so if you bring me enough shards, I'll trade one of my completed crystals for them. So far, I've found the shards in the bodies of bears, ravagers, flutterers, and treants inhabiting the corrupted part of the island.
Dionis Aka.
Welcome to Bloodwatch Adventure. In my travels, I have amassed a wide variety of tools, artifacts, and knowledge from the various peoples we've encountered. Should you find yourself in need of this knowledge, you have only to ask. Welcome to Blood Watch Adventure. In my travels, I have amassed a wide variety of tools, artifacts, and knowledge from the various peoples we've encountered. Should you find yourself in need of this knowledge, you have only to ask.
What can I...
In my years as a member of Explorers League, I've been all over Azeroth, but I've never seen anything quite like Blood Mist. Babysitting! Would you believe it? They pulled me out of a promising dig and sent me along with Captain Odysseus's expedition to babysit that little gnome. I had never heard of a gnome wanting to become a prospector before, so I asked. Seems we are taking gnomes now, and this particular one has a fascination with murlocs. Well, he's gone off and set up shop in an old turtle shell on the northern shore of the island. Go and have a look if you don't believe me.
I had a feeling that you would make it this far, adventurer. If you are willing to go further, I am willing to teach you.
What does Argus mean to you, adventurer? Many Draenei probably do not know or remember our home planet. It is there that we split from the Mandari, the twisted demonic reflections of ourselves that were gifted by Sargeras, or, as they call themselves, Eredar. This word had once held meaning. Disgusting. Let us not waste any more time. Find Vindicator Boros to begin your training.
Welcome to Blood Watch Adventurer. Seeing to the defenses of the outpost is my primary concern, but I've also been tasked with a variety of other duties by our leaders at the Exodar. The problem is that it's hardly safe to send out large amounts of researchers when the island is this dangerous. I need someone to gather a series of crystal samples from various sites on the island. The first sample I need must come from the Ravager-infested ship debris south of the town and across the bridge.
Ah, adventurer, I've heard about you. You're the one that made the Kessel run in under 15 minutes, right? Bah, probably not. Are you ready to spill some blood in the name of the light? For Velen? For Argus? I'll slow down. Lunwatch is one of 2 forward bases operated by the Hand of Argus. You have already been to the other base. As your watch, things are completely different in Blood Mist. When we first got here, the land was as beautiful as Azorimus. We even call it Silvergale, but now sickness is spreading across the land worse. Yet the Blood Elves that we were battling on the Exodar survived the crash. This brings me to your assignment. Venture northwest into Bladewood, and terminate any Blood Elves that you find.
good fortune. The Naru have not forgotten us.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
You have returned, and in one piece, I have some good news, adventurer. We have received some new information about the possible location of more survivors. A new crash site has been discovered. When I am done attending to those matters, I will call for you. It is good to see you again, adventurer. I have a quandary that you might be able to solve. Our agents situated behind Sunhawk lines have reported seeing Sunhawk soldiers parsing an unusual document. Unfortunately, we have been unsuccessful in acquiring a copy of the document for ourselves. I need you to go out in the field and try to recover the document. I am certain that if you apply enough pressure, a Sunhawk agent will turn over the information we seek. I leave the use of force to your discretion.
Dionis Aka. The Naru have not forgotten us. Safe journey.
If you only learn one thing during your time in Blood Mist, adventurer, I hope that it is vigilance. This island claims the unwary first, then begins to wear down even the most guarded of warriors. Everywhere you turn a foe stands ready to take your life. This crystal shard will give our researchers a baseline to compare against samples from other parts of the island. Since it comes from one of Blood Mist's less corrupted regions, I won't be able to send it off until we have a full set of samples. But this is a great start. If you're willing to help gather the other samples, I'll see to it that you're rewarded for your efforts. As we've gotten ourselves established here at Bloodwatch, I've been sending out survey teams to create more reliable maps of the island. In most cases, they returned unharmed with the data we need, but the team I sent east to the ruins hasn't reported back. I worry about what might have happened to them, but I can't spare the men to send another mission after them. Find them, adventurer, and lend them any assistance they require to return with their survey data.
Harbinger Mikolas has done a commendable job of safeguarding Bloodwatch. Adventurer, but our enemies are many, and our resources few. Our weakness is well known to our enemies, but your contact with the forces of the Alliance is something they haven't accounted for. I have prepared a letter of introduction to the people of Ordine, the closest Alliance settlement, proposing cooperation in the fight against our foes. Take it with you and seek our huntress, Kella Nightbow, near the docks west of the Exodar.
Do you think often of your family, adventurer? There were a number of families aboard the Exodar, but I've heard of very few being reunited. I myself am looking for traces of my husband Galain, who was a technician in the cryopore. The wreckage of it is located to the west, and it's swarming with blood elves. I must find out what became of Galain. Even news of his death is better than never knowing. My husband will be wearing a pendant identical to my own. They were a gift from my sister.
Are you adventurer? It's about time. I'd just about given up on finding you. There's an urgent message waiting for you at the mailbox. The person that gave it to me was a human admiral from Azurimus. Admiral Odisi something. The name escapes me. He said you would know who he was. The bodies of the Traveler survey team are scattered all over the ground here, pierced by Naga weaponry. The area is littered with the remains of their supplies and survey equipment, but their data crystals are nowhere to be seen. It's too late to assist the cartographers in completing their mission, but it appears they collected the data Harbinger Mykolas was expecting. The crystal storing their survey information was not among their ransacked packs. So it must be in the hands of the Wrathscale Naga. You know that Harbinger Mykolas will be saddened by the loss of the survey crew, but would want to salvage the survey data.
How generous.
Chronakai Crystal.
Well done, adventurer. Let me see what I can learn from this glyph so we can plan our next move. Now that we have made our presence known to the Satyr, we must send a message that we will not tolerate the Burning Legion's hounds in these lands. Too long have the Draenei fled in the wake of the Legion and its minions, adventurer. Wherever they have found us, they have shown no mercy. We must not permit the Satyr to exploit the Exodar's crash and use the corrupted crystals as weapons. Go north to where their leader resides in Axarian. Destroy him and recover the corrupted crystals he has been gathering.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Well done, adventurer. I was worried that the marking device might malfunction, but it seems like everything went according to plan. Blood Mist Isle was forever changed by our arrival. The Exodar's crash scattered debris all over the islands, and I think it's beginning to have an adverse effect on the wildlife. Before I can be certain of my conclusion, I'll need to get a closer look. The crystals seem to have affected the trees the fastest, so it seems that the trinks would be the most likely to show symptoms. If you bring me samples of bark from corrupted trinks, I can begin my in-depth studies.
They were good men, adventurer, and they knew their mission would be dangerous. I'm grateful for your help in locating the team and recovering the crystal. We've lost too many good men already, and our mission has only just begun. Now that we have the baseline crystal, we're going to need samples from more dangerous areas of the island to complete the set I'll be sending to the Exodar. The next sample must come from the crystals controlled by the Blood Elves in the Bladewood area, to the northwest of Bloodwatch. I have heard reports that they alter and harvest the crystals for use in some magical apparatus. See if you can find one that has not yet been incorporated into one of their devices and mine a sample from it.
Dear friend, my hand trembles as I ink this letter. I pray that it reaches you in time. Last night, Edward Haynes, captain of the ship Lost Hope, appeared before me in my tent. The same Edward Haynes that died of scurvy 20 years ago. This apparition told me a tale that made my heart tremble. A tale that I need you to hear, and a mission that I need you to accomplish. Will you do it? Will you seek out Edward on Wyrmskar Island, northeast of your base? Regards, Admiral Odysseus.
Greetings. The band of wretches responsible for driving the good people of Westfall from the land call themselves the Defias Brotherhood. I need you to infiltrate this clan of thugs. We need to know who heads up the cartel and where they are hiding out. In Lakeshire, in the inn, there is a rogue by the name of Wiley who owes me a favor. Travel to Lakeshire in the Red Ridge Mountains, east of Elwyn, and find out what you can. Well met. Have you come seeking training in the ways of armed combat? For the Alliance? Just browsing my wares, or is there something specific I can help you find today?
See you around.
Best deals in all of Stormwind, my friend. Won't find any better. Now, what can I help you with?
See you later.
You look like the type I should watch my coin purse around. Something I can help you with?
Safe travels.
It's been fun.